I swear, ridiculous, yeah, ridiculous. Money in a brown paper bag, ridiculous. Swear, ridiculous, yeah, ridiculous. Money in a brown paper bag, ridiculous. Swear.
Hey you guys, Big Daddy here in Petra from Christopher Anthony's Premium Raw Virgin here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please ensure to click that subscribe button, like this video, and share with your friends. Today we want to talk to you guys about us moving from a 5,000 plus square foot home to a 300 square foot camper to eventually moving into the home that we built, which is only 1,200 square feet. So we kind of want to talk to you about just reducing the stress of life and just minimalizing your day and just thinking of essentialism. And I'm going to go into these words a little bit more, but we just wanted to share our experience with you of how we got here, where we came from, the pros and the cons of moving into a smaller home, why we did it. And we're just going to take time today on this beautiful day we're sitting outside to just spend time with you all. I want to, once we finish the video, in your comments, please let us know if you like this kind of content. Also, let us know if you're focusing more towards essentialism or minimalism. And as we get into the video, I'll describe more of that and see where you guys are with your life and your journey. Hit it, Big Daddy. Talk about some of the things that you did growing up and growing into adulthood that now you look back on, and what would you change, or was it a regret, or why did you decide to move into a smaller home?
Well, I grew up in a big home. It was 8 of us, so it's 2-story. And when I got bigger, I didn't want no big house. I didn't even want no big family. But fortunately, I got 2 sons and a grandson. Love them both to death. Pooh and Quincy. But in my adult life, I try to keep things simple, because I found out when you keep things simple, stay in your budget, you have less pressure, less headache.
Well, let's talk about the fact that you had 5 cars just 6 years ago.
Well, I think back in, I would say a little bit longer than 6 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. That was 8 years ago.
Okay.
8 years ago, I was living in North Carolina, Kernersville, North Carolina. Lived in a 2-bedroom apartment, and I had 6 cars in the apartment, all of them running, high-end cars. Now that I got a little older, I look back now, you don't need nothing, maybe 1, maybe 2 good vehicles to drive. That's social media, that's the world thinking that you gotta have all these cars in your driveway. No, you don't. You ain't gotta have it. You just need your cars to get you back and forth to work, the grocery store, and take care of your necessities. You don't need no $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 vehicle to do all that. You can get you a $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 vehicle gonna do the same thing. All thing them other vehicles do is bring unwanted attention. Ain't nothing wrong with them. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But a lot of people that you see driving these high-end cars, they can't afford it. They ain't gonna beat it. They're gonna try to play their part, but they struggling to make them car payments. Cause let me tell you something, on them high-end cars, they don't work with you as much as they do on them low-end cars. Get behind on them cars. You're gonna be sitting in one of them high-end restaurants trying to profile. You come out there, it's gonna be gone.
So based on that, based on his experiences, he had to change his mindset. So he had to become being more of a essentialism type of person. I'm looking down at my notes, you guys, because I want us to stay on task, because I want to definitely be able to share our experience, but also give you some value. So that's why I made some talking points. So essentialism. So he started out, it was 3 people in the home, 3 people who were able to drive, but they had about 6 vehicles. Why do 2 people need those 6 vehicles? But he had to change his mindset. So essentialism is the way you think. What is essential for me right now? So the reason why we came from a 7-bedroom home to a 2-bed, it's a 1-bedroom home that we're living in now, but my mom, we have an in-law suite, so you could really say it's a 2-bedroom. But we're from 7-bedroom home. And we had to change our mindset. We had to realize what is essential for us. And again, that brings us back to the word of essentialism. We have to think about things like, how much stuff do we really need? And so essentialism and minimalism they kind of parallel a little bit, but minimalism is a change in what you actually, material things you have. Instead of 2 glasses, you realize I just need 1 glass. That's being a minimalist. So you're limiting what you have in storage, what you have in your space. Essentialism is the way you think, like, you know, I can have 10 glasses, but why do I have these 10 glasses? What makes me want to have these 10 glasses? So you have to change your thought, like, what is essential? I only drink out of one glass. So I can drink out of this glass, rinse it off, and be ready for what I'm drinking next. It might sound crazy, but it just limits you having to make so many choices. And that's where the stressor comes in. So if you guys like this kind of context, stay tuned. We're going to go into it deeper. So again, as I was saying, Marquette having all those cars because you're able to, you could do it, but we don't think I could be using my resources differently. I can be donating, I can be being a blessing to someone, but instead we just like what we see and we get it. But then now, what car will I drive to go to church? What car would I drive to go to a meeting? What would I take to work? What would I drive to the airport? You have so many choices. But if you had that one car, you on your way. You know what you're driving, you know what needs to be clean, you know what's gassed up, and you're ready to go. That's just an example. So let's get back to the idea of moving. So we had the 7-bedroom house. 2 of the bedrooms were slotted for, no, we had 3 bedrooms actually slotted for guest bedrooms. 1 was in the basement, but the basement was finished. So we had a bedroom on the first floor. We had 2 bedrooms on the first floor. Dang, we had a bedroom upstairs too. Okay, y'all. It was about 7 bedrooms. We made one into a closet, which extended off the master bedroom and we connected into this huge walk-in closet where now we can store more clothes, give us a reason to buy more clothes because we still have all this shelving and all this space, more clothes, more shoes, more jewelry, the foolishness. But we were in there, so we're going to be honest about it, the foolishness. You can cut me off anytime you're ready. I'm not taking over. This is a conversation between the two of us. So anytime you have a thought, just come on in with it.
You doing good?
Okay. He said I'm doing good. So let me see. Upstairs of this home, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms initially. We had 2 bedrooms that were similar to a master bedroom because they both had full bathrooms, and we had a hallway bathroom. So we took one of those bedrooms and extended to the master, made a closet. Okay, go down the stairs. You come into the house, we had another bedroom down there. So that's that extra, that's that 5th bedroom. Then you go downstairs to the basement, we had another bedroom, so 6 bedrooms.
You had 3 bedrooms downstairs. You had the
one, that's right, over to the side.
Right.
Because we created a bedroom over there.
We had the bedroom that we used for the guests. Then you had the other rooms that we turned to our office too.
Right. Okay.
So
we
3
had
bedrooms downstairs.
Okay.
Then we had
So total 8 bedrooms.
Yeah, total 8 bedrooms. So
okay, let me pause you right there. Why do 2 adults need 8 bedrooms, y'all? Think about that for a minute. Why are you seeking right now to get a home with 5+ bedrooms and it's you and your spouse, or you and your partner, maybe 1 child? Think about that for a minute. I'm just gonna pause and let y'all think about that, and I'm gonna take a sip.
Yes, think about it. It ain't worth.
It's so much overhead, so much to clean, but you don't think about it at the time. You're just like, oh my God, this is the American dream. We can have this big home. Our family and friends could come hang out. We'll have guest rooms for people. People never come to visit. If they come to visit, maybe once a year, and we're creating this space. So now you have all these rooms. You got to buy furniture, right? So all of these bedrooms have beds in it. For what? We used 1 bedroom to throw clothes on when I did the laundry. So then you lived off of that. You never folded your clothes really because you lived out that room. So it's really a mess. It was a cute, nice bed, dresser, made up real pretty, but then you threw clothes on it. I know you guys can relate because you have a room right now in your home that you just throw clothes on. Oh, let's not talk about all the exercise equipment we end up buying that you throw clothes on, but that's another conversation. We'll ping that another video. So, okay. So, all right. So we talked about the numerous bedrooms. Okay. 3 adults. And the kids are grown. They're doing their own thing. They're not even coming to visit because they're living their life. And if they come to visit, they just drop in their suitcase and then they heading into the city. They don't have time to hang out with these old folks. Talking about me and him, you know. So he said he ain't old. The kids think so because we're not doing what they're doing. So as we get older, the baby booming group are now getting it. Like, you know what? I'm older now. Why do I have all of this house and all of this furniture? That's why Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace became so popular, because we're trying to sell stuff. Either you're selling stuff. Oh my God, look around your neighborhood. How many storage facilities are they building? Because they have hoodwinked us in our mind. In America, you can have so much, the land of milk and honey. So you're working so hard. You're like a little hamster on that wheel. You're working so hard. You're just buying stuff for this bedroom. You're buying stuff for the back. You're just buying stuff, you know? And one day you go, what am I going to do with all this stuff? Then you spend top dollar for these things, and you have to sell it for $50. You have to sell it for $75, or even just give it away. So these are all the things that are kind of like stirring in our mind, like, what are we really doing? And then you're working so hard to keep it up. You know, that's Fraser saying, keep it up with the Joneses. Who are they? The Joneses have now become social media. So you have your Kardashians, you have Beyonce, you have, help me out. The Atlanta Housewives, the Dallas Housewives, you have basketball wives, all these people. We're sitting here watching them. We're putting in our good brain cells to watch these people living their best life.
All the ball players, the rappers, our money don't match their money.
No.
So we trying to keep up with their lifestyle. Don't do it.
Don't do it
because they get a lot of perks.
Right.
That's what y'all don't realize. When y'all see they weddings on TV, they ain't paying for them big weddings.
Right.
When y'all see them throwing them sweet 16 for their kids and stuff like that, they ain't paying for that.
Right.
But y'all try to follow that and throw all this stuff for your kids and stuff like that. Because when your child's 16 years old, when they get 20, they ain't gonna be the same child. They gonna want something else, something bigger, something better.
Right. So on that note, y'all, we're gonna stop the video right here. This is part 1. We want you guys to think about how you're living, what all you have accumulated, and what the heck you're going to do with it. So stay tuned. Big Daddy and Peter will be coming back with part 2 of Essentialism, and we're going to go into some minimalism life. But Essentialism is where we're at right now because we want you to change your thought. Okay? Mwah. Love you guys. Peace.